Hey everybody, I'm Holly, aka the ScientoloGeek, and I want to welcome you all to another unboxing. Now, obviously, I already know what's in this, but it's just a couple new things, and I just paid someone like 120 for them because they were getting rid of them. So, if you're watching, thank you to that person, and let's get started. Tape. Cut away. Come on. Almost there. Alright. Whoa. Don't know if that's what I was looking for, but okay. Let's move this to the side so we can see what we have available to us. We have the Dianetics Evolution of a Science extension course. So I don't know what makes this an extension course, how much different it is, or how much it adds. We'll find out later. We have, oh Jesus, I thought these were just workbooks. These are all extension courses. I have the Science of Survival extension course. Again, it's just another course, but I'm interested in seeing what's inside. Dianetics Lectures and Demonstration extension course. This thing is skinny as hell. Like, it's almost like there's nothing in here. Got the Self-Analysis extension course. Oh God. The Fundamentals of Thought extension course. Obviously, you can't have it without having the Dianetics extension course. I'm so interested what's in these that's so different. The Special Course in Human Evaluation extension course. Got, oh Jesus. The Science of Survival lectures. As you know, each lecture comes with a little booklet for transcripts. Wait, what does that say? Lectures 1 to 6. Why does it say lectures 1 to 6? Where's the other? I guess there are only 6 in here. Wow, what a ripoff. Thanks, Scientology. But I'm not surprised they also did this. The Clear Sound state-of-the-art technology listening system, created with one driving purpose: to bring the knowledge of source to you. It's a glorified CD player. That's all this is a fucking portable CD player. You can pay $400 for this. Includes professional quality CD player and headphones, clear sound amplifier, and custom-made carrying case. These are cheap. It's just a freaking CD player. Like, this is so dumb. Ron's lectures represent the only full record of the most valuable research track ever undertaken by man. A trail blazed from total ignorance about man, life, the mind, and spirit to total knowingness, freedom, and native OT ability. Our task is to ensure you receive that knowledge clearly, directly, and with the quality of communication transcending all barriers of mess. In short, we work to bring you Ron's voice with such presence and clarity you feel you're right in the lecture hall with him at the precise moment the lecture was given. To that end, we present the Clear Sound listening system, a system whose every component was selected, designed, and assembled with one purpose in mind: to make listening to source easier, simpler, and better than you've ever experienced. Here, then, is a powerful system to relay to you the most powerful data in the universe, the Clear Sound listening system. The clear, bright wisdom of eternity awaits you. So every element in this personal listening system is the best, as befits the priceless technology they convey. I mean, it's worth $400 to you, so it's not priceless. Clear sound amplifier, professional quality headphones, and CD player. This is a Sony dynamic stereo headphones. It looks like MDR 7504. I don't know, but this is like straight out of early 2000s, maybe early mid 2000s. Even the carrying case itself reflects that purpose, holding up to 14 complete LRH lectures with full transcripts and glossary, and all fitting like a glove into a custom-made pocket. It's a freaking CD player. It's not special. A little separator, which we don't need. The Science of Survival lecture references. So, yeah, these are all the references. So you got your descriptive graph of survival. You got your Hubbard chart of human evaluation and Dianetic processing. And it covers free theta and the tone scale. So let's look at, so free theta approximation on a 1-1 tone is 10. And it goes all the way through up to, how far does this go? AR. AR is the farthest column. So it goes A to Z and then AA to AR. So like AR would be how to audit the case. So scan engrams and secondaries and all lock chains until case clear. Establish ARC heavy affinity, get up some minor apathy locks, touch no engrams. We got the discussion of the eighth dynamic, the 8 dynamics, the chart of all possible aberrations. Each dynamic is an ARC triangle. Any one of these dynamics or any of the subject of these dynamics may suppress or aberratively enforce the remaining one in any person. List of perceptics, and then your glossary in the back. As you can see, more lectures, more stuff that I need to find room for in my house. And the last thing we have is the special course in human evaluation lectures. So, there they are. As usual, transcripts, lectures. I always thought there were more of these lectures in here than just what's shown. Oh! More clear sound. Ooh, a thing for bridge. Maybe I'll send a Aftermath Foundation card over there. An essay on authoritarianism. An essay on management. The credo of a true group member. Diagnosis and repair of groups. Wow. So there's a lot in here to cover. And we'll do that once I start looking through the special course in human evaluation. So this was Wichita, Kansas, August of 51. And this one was Wichita, Kansas, May to June of 51. So we have 2 lecture packs. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 extension courses. It's more to add to my collection, and it's just crazy that, to me at least, that I'm able to get my hands on this stuff. Because normally, I know that people are selling it all over nowadays, but the fact that I can get this so cheap when the church sells it at such a high markup makes me pretty happy. Anyway, so I broke open the extension courses because I want to see what's inside. So if I had to start with one, let's see what we got here. I think the best place to start first, Dianetics, the modern science of mental health. So let's take a look at that. And we'll actually bring this a bit closer. We'll see what is in store for us in this thing. Alright, so we got 2 sections. So you got the binding and the actual extension course. So if we flip this open, we got an advertisement for the Dianetic lectures. Alright, so these are little lesson questions. So lesson number 1, read the synopsis, how to read this book, and book 1, chapter 1, the scope of Dianetics. Answer these questions for the scope of Dianetics chapter. Question 1, do you agree that man needs a science of mind? Amplify. I bet you're going to say something like China bathed, what is it, like China bathed in blood for the want of it, Rome fell for the need of it. Some quote in the beginning of Dianetics. What would be your requirements for a science of the mind? Something to be actually scientifically fucking tested. Give what you think is the most important scope of Dianetics. Describe what you believe an optimum individual is. What are the attributes of clear? Name some tests for the clear. It's literally just a read the book, answer the questions. That's all this is. Yeah, it's just read the book, answer the questions. So define bouncer, holder, denier, grouper, and misdirector. What effect do these commands have on the analyzer? Who knows, maybe I'll fill this out as I read Dianetics. But this will be definitely interesting and as a nice little you call it addendum to a little addition to studying Dianetics and the books that I currently have these extension courses for. So we got Evolution of a Science. What was a primary need in arriving at a dynamic principle of existence? What remained after disregarding categories of data unnecessary to the computation? Describe the analogy of the brain to the circuits in a computer and explain how a demon circuit fits within the analogy. What is the doctrine of the selection of importances? Describe a situation and the 5 ways you can handle it. Describe the Black Panther mechanism. Jesus. All right, so this one has, what has Dianetics revealed about the basic nature of man? Obviously, an advertisement for the lectures. So this has 64 questions in it. So we got 64 questions in here. I believe we had well over 100 in here. We have 209 questions. Is there any national problem that cannot be solved by reason alone? Give your reasons why. Can you imagine sitting here and filling out like 209 short essay Jesus, I can't talk today. Filling out 209 short answer essay questions about all this stuff. Self-analysis. So obviously we know that this is just, how is external motion how is external motion perceived? Give an example of anesthesia. What is anesthesia? Give an example of a profession that would require good perception of motion, color, and depth. What's the purpose of the disc with regard to perceptions? I mean, some of these questions, I'm sure you can write something that's kind of not based on what they write, but if you do, you're probably going to get word cleared on something. So, like, you could actually write a logical answer in this, and they just wouldn't accept it. Scientology, the fundamentals of thought. What is meant by doing? List out some doingnesses. Define thetan. Give an example of showing how a thetan is not a thing, but is a creator of things. Prove it. Oh, what was it? This is the last one here. We got 88 questions here. Give your reasons why Scientology can be used for the betterment of man. List the 5 things to avoid in auditing. How does Scientology's goal of self-determinism for the pre-clear rule out control mechanisms used by other and older therapies? It doesn't. It does not at all. So, Science of Survival, one of the biggest books I have in my collection of just the regular LRH books, not the tech or bulletins or policies. Oh god, there's even more questions. Alright, so in this one, we have 200... I think the last one had 209. This one has 216. Holy shit. Explain what type of auditing every case, almost without exception, should be started on and why. Can the present time environment be located on the tone scale? What is the demarcation line between theta and n theta? What is meant by authoritarian auditing? What do you know about someone from the way he handles those things he seeks to control or own? Describe the auditor's main interest in use of column R, actual worth to society compared to apparent worth. Alright, this extension course is the flimsiest thing in the world. Alright, so this is the Dianetics lecture courses. This is based on the lectures, which I'm kind of surprised that there isn't more that I've seen so far. This has a total of, well, 4 pages of questions. 6 short answer and 1 long answer, which is describe how you can apply the principles and data you've learned from the lecture series Dianetics lectures and demonstrations. What do you think in Dianetics we are trying to do something about the Why do you think in Dianetics that we're trying to do something about the activities of the normal man? Give some examples of conditions in the world today that are considered to be normal conditions. What is the difference between Dianetics and hypnosis? Nothing! Describe how Dianetics... I love how it wakes people up in quotes, because it doesn't. So they have to put it in quotes. Why does an aberree never say anything once? Give an example of someone dramatizing what he dramatizes many times. Dang it. Yeah, and we went over that one. So, like 7 questions. And the special course in human evaluation. This is based off of the lectures. This is not based off of the... I don't think there is a book. No, there is no book. Upon what does group tone depend? Literally, these pages are only 2 questions each, and they just give you a ton of free space. Explain how human evaluation is a sort of diagnosis of behavior. Describe how this diagnosis shows the manifestations of how upset a fellow's basic energy is. What are the 3 very important things to know about a communication line? And then in the back, you got your references. So there's technically only 18 pages of questions. There's only 33 total questions. The rest of this is all the references and glossary that we had in the lecture pack. All I can say is like if you like the video, dislike if you don't. I don't really care. Comment with your feedback or questions, good, bad, or sideways, and subscribe to be kept up to date on future content. I'll talk to all of you later. See ya.